Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy will walk into Luna trap at the sand house while Hope will still have a phenomenon want for Liam. Grace will give Liam some tough news. Grace will have good news to pass along when it comes to Liam's condition. Hope will bed for some miraculous turn of events. Eric managed to survive when it looked like all stopgap was gone, so Hope will remind Liam of that. Although Liam may not be as auspicious, he'll assure Hope that he wants to savor as important time with his favored bones as he can, especially Hope, Steffy, Kelly, Beth. Meanwhile, Steffy will head to the sand house and roll when she realizes she's walked straight into Luna's trap. Hostage Ms. Dillon was forced to summon Steffy there over the phone and will be tied up out of sight when Steffy arrives. That'll give Luna a chance to defy Steffy alone and deliver some fierce pitfalls. Steffy will feel fear rising up since Luna will gesture that gun around and make it clear that she's going to pay. As for Sheila, she'll flip out now that she knows Luna was getting tips from Remy at the blasting range. Sheila also flashed back Luna's cryptic comment about going out with a bang when she left Los Angeles, so she's surely growing concerned. Sheila will be concerned enough to visit the Precipice house, where she'll spell out why she's upset and seek Steffy's position from Taylor. Taylor may not be sure she can trust Sheila, but Sheila will make it clear that Steffy is in grave peril. Steffy got creeped out by a paper fortune teller while Luna forced Ms. to make a phone call at gunpoint. At the sand house, Ms. Sunshine aka Luna talked about helping Hayes make a gift that his mama would no way forget. Luna also instructed the whole art class on how to make origami fortune tellers, but she continued to give Hayes special attention and drew Filmland on the inside for Steffy. As the class was belting up, Luna scowled and aloud to herself about how Steffy's future wasn't looking too bright. Dylan hoped Ms. Sunshine could stay and meet all the parents at pickup, but Luna claimed she had an appointment to get to. When Hayes came home from his art program latterly, he told Steffy and Taylor about Ms. Sunshine being a coadjutor who pitched in with his mama's present. Steffy aloud. It was odd since she was typically notified about any staff changes, but she was agitated to see what Hayes made with Ms. Sunshine's help. Once Steffy realized it was a paper fortune teller, she recalled how she used to make them when she was a sprat, too. Steffy chose a color and a number, which led to Hayes revealing a picture of a sun. Steffy's coming choice revealed a moon before Taylor took her turn and got a broken heart. Taylor and Steffy aloud. This was getting crazy, but they grew indeed more upset when the final picture was of a woman with excess for eyes. Steffy laughed it off as a fortune about demanding to get further sleep so Hayes wouldn't worry, but it was easily about her demise. Once Hayes was playing in the other room, Steffy and Taylor changed enterprises about Miss Sunshine making this kind of thing with the kiddies. Dylan ultimately called Steffy, who raised some of those enterprises to her as well. Dylan sounded nervous as she said Miss Sunshine was a nice lady, but she demanded to speak with Steffy and didn't want to get into the details over the phone. Since Ms. Dillon said it was about Hayes and made it feel important, Steffy was willing to let Taylor babysit and come over right down. At the sand house, it was revealed that Luna was holding Ms. Dillon at gunpoint and that she'd forced her to make that call. Dillon was on edge as she asked what Luna was going to do to Steffy. At Il Giardino, Remy admitted to Sheila that he was upset about Luna because he ran into at the blasting range, where he gave her some pointers. Sheila let Remy know that Luna was leaving city and flashed back to Luna saying she was going out with a bang. That left Sheila looking unsettled over Luna's coming move. Luna, Steffy, and Sheila have some wild moments ahead. It's a race against time to deliver Steffy, who comes face to face with a gun-carrying Luna. Liam at his appointment with Grace. The croaker will partake the rearmost news regarding Liam's opinion. Although there's no cure for his excrescence, Liam wants to do whatever it takes to protract his life. During a discussion with Hope, Liam says he wants as important time as he can get. A frantic Sheila arrives at the Precipice house with a warning for Taylor. After Luna flees from the Bobbies, she decides to skip city, but not before visiting Grandma Sheila. Still, that visit might be Luna's big mistake. Luna lets it slip about her plans for Steffy. With Steffy in peril, Sheila asks for Taylor's backing in stopping Luna before she gets to Steffy. It's too late for Steffy, who falls into her stepdaughter's trap. Steffy arrives at Hayes preschool to meet with Ms. Dillon, but rather finds a gun applying Luna. When Steffy asks about Ms. Dillon's whereabouts, Luna says the schoolteacher is tied up. Luna also says to forget about Ms. Dillon, what's important is that she gets through to Steffy. Is tragedy going to strike again for Steffy? Or will Sheila come to her son-in-law's deliverance? Taylor and Ridge are engaged. The two eventually made it sanctioned. RJ eventually got a citation. It's been a while since we've seen him on the cleaner. Does this mean that he'll show up at the marriage? Taylor took matters into her own hands. She popped the question while at lunch at Il Giardino with Ridge to gauge his passions about their future. Ridge assured Taylor that he loved her and that he was committed to her. Shouldn't that be enough? But supposedly, it's not enough when Ridge is constantly allowing about his partner, Brooke. Taylor has a feeling that Ridge wants Brooke back. She should breathe readily since Nick is back in city. Yet, that wasn't enough for her. She had to lock it down with a surprise engagement. Taylor pulled out her old ring and asked Ridge to be her hubby. Thankfully, it wasn't awkward, and he said yes. The last time we saw RJ was last time. He wondered about his future after his relationship with Luna atrophied. She turned out to be a cold thoroughbred killer, which made him question everything, indeed his love for the fashion world. RJ no way had an interest in fashion. He only worked at Forrester Creations because Luna worked there as an intern. He also wanted to spend further time with his forefather. RJ left city and we haven't seen him since. Taylor brought up RJ's response to their engagement. She hoped that he'd accept. RJ would have a say about this relationship. After all, Ridge left Brooke for Taylor. Also, Ridge suggested that they move back into the Spencer Beach house. But that was turned into a new art academy. RJ brought sense to both families. It would be nice to get his input. Luna has officially crossed over into full-blooded cleaner villain home and not the deliciously glamorous kind. We're talking crazed, dangerous, and downright delusional. Armed and deranged, she's holding Will hostage in her house like it's a low-budget horror movie, hanging to shoot the poor Joe if he so much as blinks wrong. We've no way seen a meltdown relatively like this. But do'n't suppose for an alternate that Luna's chaos is going unbounded. Enter Electra Forrester. While Luna's been busy playing sicky Barbie with a side of pellets, Electra has been biding her time. Sweet, composed, and putatively fragile, Electra's been undervalued by just about everyone until now. What Luna forgot is that Electra is a Forrester through and through, and Forresters do'n't back down when family is hovered. Will may not partake Electra's blood, but he surely holds her heart. And Electra isn't about to let some lovesick lunatic catch him down without a fight. Electra isn't walking into this battle unarmed, she's quilting emotional ammo and a whole lot of Forrester fury. Luna thinks she has the upper hand because she's got the gun. But the real armament is Electra's determination. There's commodity absolutely frightening about a woman who looks like an angel but has nothing left to lose. However, Electra just might, if the police do'n't get to Luna first. And Luna wa'n't indeed see it coming. Electra kick in the door herself? Will she distract Luna long enough for Will to make a break for it? Or will she go full cleaner nemesis and take matters into her own impeccably manicured hands? No matter how this plays out, one thing is certain: Luna's power trip is about to crash and burn. Nick continues to hear to Taylor's eternal offer. She says how happy Ridge makes her and they kiss. Brooke tells Hope how happy she's to be back at work but wishes her line could be reinstated. She says she could talk to Ridge, but Hope thinks she presumably just wants to have a reason to get close to her partner. Brooke reminisces to her topmost hits with Ridge. In real time, Hope interrupts her and says she doesn't want her mama to get hurt. She says someone differently lately told her the same thing, Nick Marone. Electra is upset about Will snuggling up to Luna for any reason. Chief Baker says they'd back up just in case. They all hope Will can get her to confess she's targeting Steffy. They watch the happenings on the videotape feed. Luna tells Will to prove he wants her as much as he says he does. After a bit of disinclination, he leans in and they begin to kiss. Will snappily pulls down before she pulls him back by